Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I'm here again to tell you guys about what is exactly string and string manipulation. Okay, so most of you guys asked me to make a video tutorial on that. So here I am. I'll explain you what is string manipulation and string in Python. Okay, so I'm just taking a programming language which is Python, with the help of which I'll just explain you in very simple terms how string manipulation works. Okay, so I'll start off with taking a basic string, let's say hello world. Okay, so let's say I have my original string as hello world. Okay, so I'll write original string and I'll keep this as hello world. Okay, so when I want to print this particular string in Python, so for that what we can do it in various ways. The simplest way is to use the print function. So I'll write print and I'll just write the variable name. So basically this is the variable name, original string is the variable name, and I'll just put it over here. So I'll just write original string there and it will get printed. Okay, so in order to make the viewers understand, I'll just write something like this. So original string, okay, colon, and then beside it I'll just write the variable name which I have, that is original string. Fine. So why did I wrote this? This is for just for the viewers, so that when I see the output in my the terminal, so what kind of output will I get? The output will be original string. This one will be printed first, that is this particular. There will be a colon, and then after that, whatever is there inside this particular variable, that will get printed. Okay, that means my output will be original string colon, and then this hello world will get printed over here. Okay, so that's how that's just a basic thing, like how you can initialize a string, pass it on to a variable, and then you can print that particular string, right? So before moving on to the next part, I'll just show you a quick output how it looks like. So I'll save this off. Okay, let me save it and let me open the terminal. So here, quickly move on to the path. Okay, and here I'll write Python and my file name is s.py. Okay, anything is missing, let's see. Okay, yep, here we missed a comma. Okay, so make sure you know about the syntax when you are putting any kind of coding line in your editor. So there should be a comma over here that was missing from our code. So let's try it again. Python s.py. Okay, now when I write Python s.py, see the output, what it's like. It says original underscore string and then colon, and then it wrote hello comma world. Okay, just it in the output it displays the string. Okay, and this is only for the viewer, like the viewers understand that yes, you're trying to print the original string, because later on we will be manipulating the string. Okay, so next what we'll do, suppose we want to only extract let's say one character from the string. Okay, individual character if you want to extract. So extract individual character from original string. Okay, now how will you do that? So for that, index number comes in place. Okay, now this particular string, h has an index number of 0. Okay, e has an index number of 1, then 2, then 3, then o has an index number of 4. Similarly, comma will also have an index number of 5. The space which is there between hello and world after the comma, that has an index number of 6. this is of 7, O is 8, R is 9, 10, and the last one is 11. Okay, so what if we just want to extract the first character and the last character from the string? Okay, so in order to extract the first character, so over here the first character for us is this one, that is H from hello, right? So let's say I take a variable as first character. Okay, so I'll name it as first char. Okay, and inside this, since I want to extract the first variable, so what I'll do, I'll just write the variable name in which my string is there, so that's original string. Okay, and as I said, extracting the character, you need to play with the index number. So since I want to extract the first letter, so I'll write the index number 0. Okay, that's it. Fine. So if you want to see in the output whether this particular function or this particular line of code is working or not, so in that case what you can do, you can just write print and then you can just try to print the first character. Okay, so here just for the viewers I can write first character, okay, and then a comma. Okay, and then when I try to just save it, and if we see it in our output, we'll get two things. First of all, this will get displayed again, that is hello world, and next you should get a first letter of the hello world, that is H. Okay, because we have two print functions, right? So I'll write Python and then s.py. Okay, now if you see the output, original string hello world, we have the first character, that is H. So that's the one way of manipulating your string. Okay, like you wanted only one character from the string. Similarly, if you want the last character from the string, okay, so for that let's take a variable last character, and then inside that what we have to do, we have to first of all take the variable name in which your string is declared. Okay, it's called as declaration. So here the variable name is original string, right? So original string, I take it, and then the index number. Now last character, so what you can do, either you can count the number of character which are there in the string and then place the last index number over here, or you can directly write -1. Okay, so if you write -1, what it will do, it will just print the letter D, that means the last character. So any kind of string, whatever length of the string would be, whether it's like 20 in length or 30 in length, if you write -1, it will just print the last letter for you of that particular string. Okay, so here again, if you want to say it, so I'll write last character, and then over here I'll just write last character. Okay, now again, since there are 3 print function used over here, so 3 outputs will get, right? So I'll write Python s.py, and now if you see, original string hello world, first character we got as H, and the last character we got as D. Okay, so hope these things are now understood. Fine. Now next is, what if we want to mix these two words. Okay, so hello is a separate word, world is a separate word. I want to mix these two words. That means in string it is called as concatenation. That means adding two strings together or two words together. Okay, so for that let's take let me take two variables. Let's say I take as greeting as a variable, and which I am declaring as hello. Okay, so inside my variable greeting there is a word hello. Okay, so let me write here for you guys so that you don't miss it out when you watch the video again. So I'll write here as concatenate. Okay, two strings. Fine. So one is greetings hello, and then I'll take another variable. Let's say it says as subject, and I'll put this as world. Okay, now I want to concatenate these two strings. That means I want to add these two strings. So in my output, hello and world should be printed together. That's what I want, right? So for that, how do you concatenate a string? Okay, so let's say I take another variable, concatenate. So I'll write as concatenated string. Okay, see, okay, and inside this I'll just put first the variable name in which the hello is there, so I'll write greeting. Okay, and then after that I'll use a plus sign, and then suppose I want to write this, suppose I want to write this, all of this together. Okay, so here I'll take, after hello there should be a comma, okay, because there is a comma. Fine, then what is there, then what I'll do, I'll just put a plus sign again, and then I'll write the next variable, which is subject, in which the world is being initialized. Okay, and let's say after that I want something like an exclamation mark also. Okay, so here if you see, greeting is there, the variable name greeting, in which hello is initialized, the string. Okay, and then a subject is also there in which the world is initialized. So what will happen when I print concatenated string, this particular variable, if I print it out, so what it will give me the output? First of all, greeting, that means hello will get printed. Then after that there would be a comma, then subject, that means world will get printed, and then after that at the last I'll have an exclamation mark. Okay, so here if I just want to print this out, so I'll write print and then concatenated string. Okay, addition of two strings. Okay, right, now if you see, we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 prints. Okay, so basically when we run it in our terminal, we'll get 4 outputs. Let's see, we get the 4 output as we want. Okay, so the desired output we are getting or not. So I'll write python s.py and then an enter. Now if you see, the first output as it is, that's original string hello world. Second, first character is H, third is last character D. Now if you see right over here, addition of two strings, that's the main one which we are doing right now. So it says hello, then comma, then a world, and then an exclamation mark. That's what we wanted, right? So what happened, we took two separate strings in two different variables and we added those two strings, and we also used a comma as well as an exclamation mark in it. Okay, so that's how you can concatenate a string. That means you can add two separate strings together. Okay, now there is also something, a part of a string manipulation is like how you can find out the length of a particular string. Okay, so we have, suppose this string that is hello world, I want to find the length of it. Okay, so for that we use a len function, that is len function. Okay, in any kind of programming you use. Okay, somewhere we use length, somewhere we use len. Okay, so in Python we use len in order to extract the length of the string. Okay, so let's say I have a variable string length. Okay, and inside this I want to extract the length of this particular string. So if I count this off, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now in order to extract the length, what I'll do, I'll write len, and then I'll write the variable name in which my string is being stored, right? So over here I'll just write original string, because that's the variable in which my string is stored. And now I want to print it off, so I'll write print and then I'll write string length. Okay, now I don't want all the print functions to be printed, so what I can do, I can just make them as a comment. So with the help of an hashtag you can make them as comment. Okay, fine, so let me print the original one. Okay, so now two print functions are there, only those two will work. Save it and then let's check out what actually the output is. So I'll write python s.py, and now you see it says the original string, that is hello world, and then we have 12 as the length of that particular string. Okay, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have two spaces over here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that means the whole length of the string is 12. So that's how you can extract the length of the string with the help of using len function. That is for extracting the length of the string. Now let's say we have to, or we want to convert some string from lowercase to uppercase. Now what is lowercase, what is uppercase? Lowercase means small letters, uppercase means capital letters. So I want the lowercase letters to be converted into an uppercase. Okay, so let's say I write convert lowercase to uppercase. Okay, now here let's say I take a variable lowercase. I want to first convert it into a lowercase, so I'll write lowercase string. You can take any other variable. Okay, I'll write lowercase string, and now I want my original string, which is this one, that is hello world. I wanted to convert it into a lowercase, right? So for converting into a lowercase, that means what will happen, since you see H after that E double L O, those all are actually already in small letters. That means they are already in lowercase. So now what will happen, H will also convert into a lowercase, that means small h, and W will also convert it into a lowercase, that is small w. Okay, so for that what you have to do, you have to just take the name of the variable and then you just have to write dot lower. That means you want to convert it into a lowercase. Similarly, if I wanted to convert it into an uppercase, so I'll just change the name over here. So I'll write uppercase, and then instead of lower I'll just write upper. Okay, so what will happen when I will try to print these two particular line of codes, what will happen, the first line of code will give me HELLO and then WORLD all in small letters. Okay, but when I try when I will try to print this particular line of code in my terminal, then all the string, the original string, this particular string will come up in capital letters. Okay, so let's see the output. So I'll just write print and then I'll write lowercase string first of all, and then I'll write print again and I'll write uppercase string. Okay, let me save this and then we'll check the output right over here. So write python s.py. Now if you see, we have the original string over here, hello world, and then the length, that particular print function got executed, and over here it has hello and then world. That means all the letters which are there, which was there in the string, those got converted into a lowercase. Similarly, for the second line of code, that is for converting into an uppercase, this is what the output we got. Okay, so that's another way of string manipulation, like how you can convert a lowercase into an uppercase. Okay, next we'll see like how you can replace a string with another string. Okay, suppose in our original string hello world, I want to replace this particular word with somebody's name. Okay, so that means you're actually replacing a string, right? So how to replace a string? So for that, what you have to do, so I'll write replace substring with another string. Okay, substring means the part of the string. Okay, that means this one, I want to replace it. Okay, So for that, what we'll do, let's take another variable. Let's say I'll take new string. Okay. And inside this new string, what I'll do, I'll just take the original variable, right? The original variable is original string. So I'll write original string dot. Now you can use replace function over here. And inside here, what you can do, you can write the string which you want to replace. So I want to replace WORLD with, I want to replace it with name. So let's say I write my name, that is Suna. Okay. So I want to replace this particular world string, that means a string, with this particular name. That means in my output, now I should get hello and then this name should come up. That is SONA. Okay. Now when I want to print it, so I'll write print and then let's say I write new string after replacing, okay, the comma, and then here you have to print the new string. Okay, now let me save this and let's see the output. So here if I run python s.py and when I press enter, now if you see the final output, the original string was hello world, but now it got changed to hello Sona. Okay, so that's how you can replace a part of the string. Okay, like the string can be a longer length or a shorter one, you can replace it. So basically it's replacing a substring. That means a part of the string can be replaced with the help of a replace function. Similarly, lower and upper, these are all functions which the help of with you can manipulate the string. Okay, now next is, suppose I want to split the string. What do you mean by splitting the string? That means suppose this is this particular string, that is word, I want to split it. So if I split this particular string, what will happen? I'll get individual words like W separate, O separate, R, then L, then D. So that's called splitting the string. Okay, now how will you split the string? So for splitting the string, what we can do, we can split the string with the help of a comma, and you can split the string with the help of a split function. Okay, so splitting a string. So for that, let's take a variable. I'll take as a word list. Okay, and inside this, what I'll do, I'll take first of all the original string, or let me take the new string. Okay, so I'll take new string, which is hello Sona, and then inside this, what I'll do, I'll just write split. Okay, and I want to separate each word with the help of a comma. Okay, that means I want to split each word with the help of a comma. So I'll write inside the inverted commas a comma. Okay, and then if I print this, print word list. Okay, let me write over here split it string. Okay, fine. Now if I save this and if I run it in my terminal now, so python s.py, now if you see, this is how you got it. That's a string. Okay, now let me change it over here so that we get it actually like with the help of a comma. So if you see in the output, we got it hello, then a comma, and then this particular name got printed, right? And it is there inside a single inverted comma. Okay, now here if I just write origin string, and let's say save this off, and now I just write. Okay, so you see, this is how it will get it, but it actually it will come like H comma E comma L comma L, okay, and then a comma after each and every word. Okay, so basically the split function will work only when it supports your version of, suppose I'm using a Sublime text editor, so it should support the version as well. Okay, then only it will work. Fine. So that's the one way also of manipulating a string. If you want to, let's say, join two strings together, okay, I want to join two words together, let's say. So for that, what you can do, so for that you can directly use join. That means when you are splitting a particular word, a string, so it will look something like this: H E comma L comma L comma O. Okay, that's how splitting a word will look like. But when you want to join these two words together again, then what you can do, you can just write join, dot join. Okay, that means instead of dot split, you can write dot join function, and then you can write the variable name in which you're splitting is there. That means the word list, this one. You can write it over here, there, and then you can join that particular string. Okay, so that's all about how you can, string works and how you can manipulate with each and every string. Okay, now one more thing, like if you want the source code for this, you can get it in our website, that is codemagnet.in. I'll drop the link in the description box or in the comment section. You can get it from there.